John Forbes.
John Forbes is watching. Hello.
John Forbes is here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Such a loyal follower,
Oh,
man.
no.
Since June of last year, he's been keeping it real.
Our
He's
last,
keeping it 8 above 92.
our last podcast was back December. What was it? December
13th
I thought it was the 16th.
or 16th.
2023.
But it's last year.
Yeah. Welcome back to episode 4. There's no guest tonight. It's only me and Justin.
It's just us, honestly. It's really hard to get people on here, especially with everyone's schedules right now because, spring break. So it's a little difficult for everybody. But hopefully it's a little entertaining somewhat. You can kind of relate to it, whatever you want. But I guess let's get right into it. I mean, you know a little bit about these topics more than I do, honestly. So
I do know a little bit.
So you go ahead. You start it off. I'll kind of get something working in the background here.
Yeah, that sounds good. So everybody, it's nice to see everybody again. It feels like it's been forever since I've got to talk inside the mic, and I know John Forbes, he's watching. He knows about this a lot too. So our first topic tonight is going to be about TikTok getting banned in the United States. For all of you that you weren't aware, that TikTok right now, they're trying to ban out of America currently. And I think not only that, like if TikTok gets bought by, I think, like a U.S. company, they can technically, I think, keep it, right? If I'm not mistaken, they keep saying it's like a Chinese application.
Let's backtrack it a little bit. So let's start with why it's being banned in the first place. So essentially, there's been accusations about the Chinese Communist Party listening in, taking the user data, yada yada yada. That started. I feel like that was last year, somewhat. Like he had 2 Congress meetings.
It's been going on for a very long time.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it at this point.
Yeah.
So I guess the nitty-gritty details about it. So in the beginning, he goes basically, "Hey, no, we're good, we're fine." But the most recent one, I think it was the second meeting he had with Congress. What are you doing on your phone, fool? Man, I feel like you're one of the guests now.
I'm joking.
I guess like the first and original way that it started was just they made assumptions. Then, honestly,
they basically want to buy it because they are thinking the Chinese government is spying on the United States government, spying on the United States basically by like all the what people do, the day-to-day activities, and all these people are like filming different events in the United States. So who knows? But at the same time, like the United States are already like tapped into like pretty much like everybody's like network around the country, because the United States has to know what's going on with everybody. That's how they are. Like they're tapped into everybody's network here. So just imagine like foreign countries.
And I already thought the United States, and at least the people that live in it, have already established that the U.S. government and anything associated with it, they're always watching you, whether it be illegal or illegal practice. I think we all figured that out, in 2008, 2009, when Snowden whistle blew everybody.
Yeah.
And was like, hey guys, we can literally watch you whenever we want with no warrant, no nothing. We just tap in and start watching. Your phone could be off. We can turn it back on. Like, it could be anything. So really, it's what are we freaking out about? Oh, and now another country's doing it. Okay, great. Our own country uses it, I feel like, illegally and for not the most moral practices either. So I'm like, why are you so concerned about anybody else? I feel like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, they all do it. I mean, at least I want to believe they all do it. And yet we still use their apps, their platforms. If TikTok still did it, I'd be like, oh, another person to add to the group. Oh well, like. Now I can understand their point of view though, where it's like, hey, we have a different country looking into our stuff, our citizens, so that I understand their concern. But if there isn't any evidence, data to back up your claims, I'm not quite sure what we're looking at then, because like a lot of the videos, he's Singaporean. Right? The company resides in Singapore, and then the user data is in Texas, in a warehouse in Texas.
That's where the servers are at.
Right, that's where the servers are at. So, and it is to my understanding that ByteDance, that owns TikTok, is in China. I don't know too many details between the connections between those two, where I want to see, hey, like, is it to the point where like the shareholders in ByteDance can kind of control and tell whatever TikTok to do? Or is there limitations because they are in different countries? and there's different CEOs, um, and there's different shareholders for each one. So I wonder how they butt heads and how, like, if one trumps over the other, how that works. And I understand, like, one has ownership over the other one, but with different laws and regulations. But I just want to go right ahead and just say the way that we interviewed this guy, we voted for these people too. Like, we voted for these people, like, in the meet. Have you seen the meeting?
I have not.
So here,
you want to pull up a clip?
Yeah,
okay,
let's yeah. So we're gonna pull up the clip here. This is just a short clip. I encourage everyone to please go and watch the real thing, the full, like, length of it. But this is just a clip about the dumbest questions that this man had to answer. Poor guy. But let's see. I think it's this one here. So far so good. The questions are okay. So far a little reasonable.
That guy
No,
looks so lost
what,
in the background, bro. No, not him.
Yeah, like, see that question. Yeah, like that question right there. Hey, I'm Singaporean. I served my nation for 2 years. I have a passport there. Great. Have you ever been associated with the? Are you, like, in the Chinese Communist Party? No, he's just said he's Singaporean. Like, I don't.
That
I'm not.
guy behind him, the bald-headed guy, he looks so like.
Dude, yeah, he
looks
like he
what the
looks like he
fuck?
doesn't know what's going on.
He looks lost. It's like when his lunchtime.
Yeah, so he basically said the same question twice, just worded it a little differently. And I'm just, again, with these people, and
They're all corrupt.
for some, since we didn't show the whole thing here, the way that their interaction ends is with him being upset with the CEO of TikTok, saying, like, "Oh, okay, great, thank you, Mister what is it, Xiao, I think it's Xiao. Thank you, Mr. Chow. You and TikTok are associated with the Chinese Communist Party. Thank you." And like, and I love the reaction. We don't have the clip here. I wasn't able to find it. But at the end, it pans to the CEO, and he's just like, like, he's so confused. He's like, "What? I just said no to every question that you asked about that, and you're saying I am." So, like, it is beyond me on.
The funny thing is with all of this, like, as we all know, like, if the government wants an app or something just to go, like, quiet, like, they could literally just make it go quiet, like, because the NSA has, like, so much, like, tools, and they have, like, so much, like information that we don't know. Like, they could literally, like, just go ahead and, like, you know what I mean? They could take literally like it down if they wanted to, because the government has control of everything. Basically, what we do, they just, like, yeah, they don't. They tell you that basically, but in the background, they can't take whatever they want down. To me, it's just a waste of time, because it's just stupid. Because if they really wanted it down, it would be gone.
Oh, hey, so okay. So remember how I said there's two interviews that they did with Congress?
Right.
So this one's going to be part of the second one here. So here, switch it. Screens. You look. Before I even play the rest of this, look at the reaction on this guy's face. Look at it, like, what kind of question is this? Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network, right? Okay, hold on. That right there is the face of someone who's so, like, cannot believe that he's actually asking this question. That you can see him, like, just like, what? Of course it accesses the network. Just like everything in our pockets, our phones do. Anything you game on, your TV, anything that requires a connection for you to explore into the internet, Skype, to video chat, to even make a phone call. Nowadays, I feel like you still need a signal for phone calling. But just about anything needs access to the Wi-Fi, and that's what's running through his head right there. He's literally thinking, did he really just ask me that question? And look at how he responds to it. See, yeah, no. I feel like that's basic. That's the basic. So he's basically asking the congressman there, if TikTok is connected to the Wi-Fi, can TikTok access other devices? So the way that question, I guess, can be worded is a little confusing.
Oh,
So
did you see the comment that says, "Mr. Chu, if I put my phone on airplane mode, will my phone turn into an airplane?"
Bro, I feel like that's a question he would ask for real.
Sorry, I just.
If I have TikTok on my phone, does that mean it is installed? No more questions. Bro, the comments on this are ruthless. I love it.
Yeah, but
it's giving when I close my eyes, I can't see.
Like all this is just stupid, bro.
No,
Like if they
it's
wanted it
absolutely
done,
ridiculous.
if they wanted it gone, App Store would have taken this down, like gone already.
Yeah, but you already know. Like I already know.
It's all corrupt.
That but if I were to give my 2 cents on really what's going on with it, I just think that it has. For anyone who doesn't know, TikTok has what's called TikTok Shop. I'm sure everyone's come across it at some point. It's that little link whenever you scroll past a video that's like right in the middle, and it has like an orange tab with like a little shopping cart in it. So what that means is that if you buy that product through that link, the creator who put that link there gets basically a portion of the earnings. And it's usually either their own product or a product they're marketing with their special code so that you get a discount on it. Everyone that does that is making a lot. It's a candle, bro. What do you mean? Is making money off of it. Now, what I'm
like, it's like Etsy almost, or eBay.
It's kind of like that, but instead the government doesn't have control over it because, again, TikTok is not in the United States. It's Singaporean. So the government can't say or do what it does with that money, anything. It can't tax it. It can't do anything. Even if the products are created and sold in the United States, but you use a different platform to do it, I feel like there's some tax evasion going on, but like some legal tax evasion. You're doing it the way that the government said you can't do it, and now they're changing it up. But again, my 2 cents, I think they want TikTok to be owned by an American company so that they can take the taxes away from it. I honestly think that's what's going on.
I think so too. It kind of makes sense
because again,
it's just videos. Like, there's nothing bad.
Because why else? That. Why else would they be wanting to take this away? I don't understand. And there was one congressman, I think, in a separate clip, who did bring up a really good point in the second interview, where he was like, he brought up the first and last, and he had names ready to go. He said, hey, this kid was on the verge of committing suicide, and whenever he went on TikTok, he was shown videos of glorifying like suicide, and then he killed himself. And that's all the details he gave. And so the CEO, the way he responded to that was saying, hey, we work really hard to ensure that things like that the algorithm doesn't show things like that. It will show like, hey, get help. It will show videos of like a phone numbers to get help if it senses that kind of behavior. But he just said we do our best to ensure that occurs as much as it can. Is it perfect? No, just like every single app.
Bro, people commit suicide off. Like, have you ever seen it? Like Facebook people do, Snapchat, right. Like people's pictures get leaked online. Like, do they pull their CEOs, be like, hey, they did this or that? Like, it's all social media apps. It's not just one. Like,
yeah,
literally,
it's not just one. And I mean, I'm not.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not. Now, do I see their concern? I don't want to put them completely out of the water. Do I see Congress's concern? Yes, I do. Like I see where they're coming from, where they're like, hey, we don't want another country spying on us. That's great. I'm happy that you guys think that. But when you come at it with not a lot of evidence really to show why it needs to be owned by an American company, you're kind of losing my trust, as if I had any trust in the Congress or government.
No, they're all corrupt.
But yeah,
like all fancy houses on the beaches.
No, I feel like it's all lobbyists, honestly. Like, so.
Well, they got money. They write their own check. Don't forget.
I mean,
that's how it is.
I feel like that's what it is. But
did you ever notice like a lot of like the senators and governors, like they all like drive like some fancy like European or exotic car, and they're supposed to be like people to help you.
Yeah,
and,
but
you know what I mean.
But yeah, so I get that's on the TikTok being banned. I wish it, but they said it got past Congress, and I think it has to go through the president and one other house, I think, to get actually approved. It basically states they have 160 days to sell the company over to an American company, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think the CEO is going to do that. I don't think he is, because he did come out with a video after after the conference, the second one, and he said, it's something that they're doing, but he did not say that he's going to sell it to an American company, which I wouldn't really either.
That's a
Like,
lot of money, bro.
don't get me wrong. The United States has the biggest market in terms of GDP. It's like $27 trillion or something around there.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's high.
Oof.
So I understand it, but I think TikTok can still thrive and be a good platform without the United States, which sucks, but my curiosity now bends towards where's all that attention going to go, because I feel like TikTok is the most popular social media app. So where will all that attention go? Is it going to go to Threads? Is it going to go to maybe Instagram, kind of revive it a little bit? Like where is that going to go?
Somebody else created another app similar to TikTok. I don't remember the name of it specifically, but it's similar.
Oh yeah, Vines. I remember.
No, I know it's not Vine. No, somebody actually made something similar to TikTok. It's like a whole different name. I don't remember, but there's always some tech entrepreneur out there coming out with something.
There's always going to be a next big thing. I think if this whole banning TikTok thing wouldn't have gone through, I think it still would have been TikTok for quite a while, until something new came about and changed our attention. But now I'm very curious to see where all that attention is going to go. Where
money, a lot of
I
people
don't
make money off there.
I don't think it will be Threads. I don't think so, because even when it came out, not a lot of people really like it. I don't think a lot of people even like it now.
What's the point of it?
A lot of people are saying it's very similar to Twitter. Like it's just Instagram's Twitter.
I never.
So I can kind of see why, but I think someone's gonna come along and create something similar to TikTok to kind of replace it. It won't be the same, and I think there will be some clashing back and forth with that. But I honestly think that there will be an app at some point that resembles TikTok enough. Because let's be honest, I had Vine, and I'm pretty sure you did too.
Right.
Was it not something similar to TikTok? Not the same. You can't say they were the same.
Nah, a lot of people grew famous.
But with TikTok and Vine, they were pretty similar in the sense of, hey, it's short clip videos with sounds and funny. Now, I think TikTok has a lot more range. You can do editing in it. You can do a lot more things.
It's more like music and lip-syncing and stuff now.
Now, Vine was more just short, funny clips. You know what I mean? And it evolved, and now TikTok's here. At some point, I think either someone's going to make something similar to TikTok where enough people enjoy it and it's similar enough to where that's where the attention goes, or no one does, and that we just shift our attention somewhere else to a different platform.
Honestly. I don't know. They got to come out with, I don't know. There's going to be something else where videos are not going to be a thing anymore. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be back to pictures or something.
Back to live streaming, right?
I don't know. Podcasting too blew up too. Within the last couple of years, podcasting started to get hot too.
Well, honestly, I think that's a trend. I think people who I've seen that too, where a lot of people are doing podcasts. I think people are starting podcasts now just because it's the hot trendy thing to do, not because they really actually like enjoying and doing it. I enjoy doing this. My only gripe is that getting people that want to be on, I'd say that more of the schedule's lining up, but then there are people that say they want to do it. I feel like we get a lot of people that say they want to do it, and then we invite them. We say, hey, here's the day, here's show up, and then something comes up at 4 hours before they're supposed to be here, and I'm like, of course it does. Obviously the people that do show up we appreciate a lot, because I know getting the schedules lined up, and it might not be the most convenient thing in the world, but I really do appreciate everyone that does show up. So
yeah, that's just something you have to stay consistent at, because podcasting, at the end of the day, just the setup we have. It took what, a lot of money and time. It's small.
And I feel
just imagine a big studio podcast, 50,000.
Dude, fresh invested. And fit, dude. They have a whole entire movie set up. I feel like they got 2 guys in the back running everything.
Mm-hmm. No, they got 4 now.
Oh, they have 4. God, yeah, no.
2 audio engineers. I think Chris does the chats, and somebody else does something else.
Damn, man. Yeah, no, that's crazy. But I mean, heck, we've had so many technical difficulties, even in the middle of the live streaming. We have to just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry, sometimes it's 15 minutes longer than normal because we're like, all right, guys, hold on for a minute, we got to figure it out. You know, so like
That
a
too,
lot
and
of people give up on that.
a lot of people, I think, with the amount of like, especially experience in ordering equipment, I think a lot of people in my shoes would probably quit because literally I just had to spend $400 on
Yeah,
one little device
yeah, I know.
just to get the podcast like running more smoothly.
Yeah, so
But that's how it is. It comes with trying to do and
that's what it
innovate.
takes.
That's
Yeah,
all it is.
that's what it takes. Um, I guess rolling into the second one, I guess something similar. So we've taken notice over the course of our what now 3 month break because we recorded in December.
Yeah, about 3 months.
3 month break. We've realized, and kind of over the past year, retail needs some help, especially with especially with jobs. I feel like everything that is retail related needs some help. I'm not gonna come on here and just bash, like, oh, the other generation doesn't want to work. That's a boomer mentality. It's not that. If it was that, we would have fixed it a long time ago.
I think
It's just not.
I think people want to work, but I think at the same time too, people want to get like paid more to match like with the economy's needs too, because inflation and everything else is insanely high right now, especially like getting groceries and they even said too like a regular person's like car note is like in the 4 digits of like their car payment. And not only that too, like even in Florida, bro, we got to deal with the high insurance, and if you live on your own, you got rent or you got a mortgage, all the normal adult things like credit card, car notes, school loans is a big one too.
Well, so here let's pop into that then. So I get well to the main topic is that retail
Why'd
needs
you take
work.
your standoff?
Huh?
Why'd you take the standoff? Were you Michael Jackson?
I like holding the mic because then I can kind of like move around a little bit without having this big ass thing around me, and I get a little hot.
What are you, a comedian?
Hell yeah, stand up. um, but no, like I honestly, with the retail work, I think a lot of people are seeing how. I think honestly, it all really started in 2020. Can you agree on that?
Like when it started, like, yeah,
The need of like the retail workers.
well, that too, and serving too, because nobody wanted to work in restaurants. The wages were too small. Nobody was getting tips. So now, like restaurants, I think their base is like 12 or 15 an hour on top of like tips and stuff too. Now,
Right.
I think.
Well, no, like in terms of like the retail needing work, I think it really started in 2020. Like that's when it kickstarted, but it's becoming a huge issue
I
now.
remember
Like,
that Walmart had
like,
a lot of theft. That's why they closed a lot of Walmarts too.
Well, what blew up the retail work now blew up, I feel like, because now, I just lost my train of thought. Sometimes that happens.
Inflation?
No, it's not inflation. It's Oh, here. So basically, whenever okay. So here, I'll give my example because I feel like it's kind of realistic. So I have my mom and my stepdad, right? They
Right.
started in the workforce somewhere in the 90s or late 80s, right? Seeing them grow up with, working and having their work tell them, "Hey, when you retire at 65 and you stay with us for 25 plus years, you get a pension or you're guaranteed X, Y, and Z." I feel like that's just not the case anymore, where your raises are just unrealistic. Where if I stay with a company for 25 years, it doesn't match up with inflation whatsoever, my pay. So I used to work for Publix from 2017 to 2020. Between 3 years, my starting pay was $8 an hour. And granted, I was just a bag boy, $8 an hour. Going to 2020, my pay was $8.56. So in 3 years, my pay increased by 56 cents.
Wow.
How much inflation increased by? I think I want to say it was like 3 or 4%, which is way more than 56 cents. So, and again, I'm not saying that I need to be able to support buy a house and support a family on working at Publix. Like, I get it. Like, it's just not realistic. I understand that, but oh my god, like right now where I work, I'm an assistant manager there, and
At blank place.
yeah, I'll just say an assistant manager at a clothing store. Let's just keep it at that. And it's good money for what it is. I don't, I feel like my work, I feel like I work a lot less for. I'm surprised I get as paid as much as I do for the work, but regardless, the pay still would not be enough to justify even rent. I don't think I can even afford rent. You know,
No, nobody would.
and no
Man.
one can. But that's the problem. That's the problem. It's the retail work. The retail area needs work because now you're no longer promised anything. Which again, not complaining about that, but I'm just maybe giving some insights, maybe why there's an issue. You're not promised anything. We were showed how businesses treat their people whenever things hit the fan, like in 2020. I
Oh,
saw it. We all saw it happen, and there was a lot of companies that went belly up, or they had a really hard time rehiring because they saw how they treated them, and that's on them. They fired either a lot of people, a month into it or whatever, or to survive, whatever the case may be. And I get it from a business standpoint, you got to survive. I understand, but then rehire those people.
yep. That's
Like once it was over, why didn't you rehire them?
well. The thing is now too, like a lot of kids are just grown young adults. They're graduating college. They're basically still working their retail job because right now, like trying to get in like marketing or tech or
Hmm.
anything like that, like
Yeah.
white collar. That's kind of almost not right now because of the whole election thing and the recession and everything. It's going to be impossible unless you network with people
Right.
and you provide some
Well,
type of
I feel like that's a skill, networking. That it's not something that's taught, but it's a
oh it
skill that definitely needs to
oh
be taught more
well it
often.
definitely is, and definitely like a big like digital footprint or digital appearance online makes a huge difference too to have yourself stand out against all the
Right.
other candidates for when you apply. It's like you basically go to school and you gotta like look at like your whole like classmates as like competition now because it's like who's gonna
Which
get
is
hired, who,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah,
like who's gonna get the position.
and yeah, I feel like
Sad,
it's very competitive
but yeah.
now, especially. But you were talking about earlier how with Nvidia and their AI stuff going on, um,
Yeah, because I
you
think
know,
Cisco and Nvidia are working together now, and think about like last month, Cisco let go over 42 or 4,300 employees. They let go, like they all got like rejection emails saying that they've been let go and their equipment's like all turned off. So I feel bad for a lot of them, and all the people that got let go were all in tech. So like either like software developers, people that worked on like networking, firewalls, because right now Cisco's implementing AI like inside like their firewall, their network security. So basically AI is going to be like inside like the firewall, like creating it, automating, being the security um, product for it. And not only that too, the only thing that like they'll probably be looking for are basically I'm trying to think of the term. It's basically like people that could do like machine learning and can work on AI. And the only way you could be like an engineer for that, you need like a PhD is like the only type of way
right.
you could get in there. And that's like some top level like
It,
stuff because it's really hard to do machine learning. Like it's a lot of
mhm,
programming, coding, math, a lot of like skill. Like I can't even do it. It's like really I don't know.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's boring too. Like
I
super boring.
yeah, like I remember a time between I want to say 2016 and like 2020 ish around there, or even a little bit more. Um, there was this huge boom in the tech industry where it's like, hey, get your degree in tech, you're gonna be paid the most money. It's not, the biggest ROI on return, especially if you're in college.
hmm
So getting that job, was easier back then. Now the AI's here, kind of hit
Yeah.
the fan. But speaking on the retail work needs, what do you think could be the issue? I mean, and so just to break it down, where I'm at, every single store I go to within this mall that I'm at, they all need help. They all are low staffed, just like restaurants, just like servers need it,
Well,
just like retail. I mean,
I saw.
everyone is low staffed. What do you think is going on? And it can't be what only one business is doing because all of them are having the same problem.
Well, I did see for an example for like cashiers, like people that do cashiering, like
Hmm.
in maybe like stores or restaurants or
Hmm.
not restaurants. Was it? So it's basically stores and trying to think of some, I forgot what it was. So I'm pretty tired, but no, but cashiers are like complaining like how I think it. Well, not only that, I read an article like literally they said in Europe you can basically they can have like a chair to sit down and do like their job.
Hmm.
Like you could do even at retail. That's what I was thinking about. Retail do cashier
Oh yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, a lot of
Well,
people
well,
want to sit, and the companies are basically making everybody. That's what I saw on LinkedIn. They're basically
yeah.
trying to make people workhorses and be like all this and that and not have a home life or have a life anymore. So they want to control you. So that's basically why that a lot of people don't want to do it, because that's what I saw. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm tired of sitting, because they the whole work from home thing blew up during COVID. Everybody wants to work.
Now it's actually a little bit backfiring that. But
well, now work at home now like barely exists. Like every job, like every site that I've seen, like everybody wants to be back, or they want people back in office or at least hybrid. The only remote from home jobs are people that were like seniors or mid seniors that have been working like maybe like 5 to 10 years or something like that or more.
So like
they only give it to people that been they give it to people that deserve it. Like a lot of the younger generation, they want back in office, but the thing is though, young generation is like, no, I want to have a home, the home life balance where I make 6 figures, blah blah blah. I can have my own schedule, but it doesn't work like that.
That could be a generational influence there, where you kind of see, piggybacking off of what you just said there, I feel like a lot more people are expecting, I guess, men to make more money super early. And so that's why I think men want these salaries so high and want this lifestyle so quickly, is because there might be some insecurity with it. But that's another topic, I feel like. But but circling back, honestly, I think the retail area needs work, because I think our generation just figured out that we have more options than we think. Back in our parents' generation,
they're not trying to control. Like, they were trying to control, but people now are thinking for themselves. They're like, hey, I could do this or I could do that, and not bust my ass for 8-10 hours a day.
And in my mind, back in, I guess, our parents' younger ages, I want to say like 20s and 30s, internet really wasn't around too much yet.
Dial up.
And the only way to like make a living and try to, work your way up the ladder was staying at a company and actually going to the job, right? I feel like now there are so many more options to make money besides the job, where, just one example, again, TikTok is a way out now, where there's one guy who makes these leather belts. I don't know if anyone's ever seen him. I don't know. I forget his name.
Are they like snakeskin belts or no?
No, this guy gets a whole freaking canvas of rolled up leather, one solid cow, right? Just of the whole thing of leather, brown. They're all different shades because obviously it's from the real cow. Lays it on the table, cuts it, the edges so it's a perfect square, and he takes exactly the amount that every belt needs and just cuts it down. Shows the whole process. It takes like I want to say like 30 minutes to make one, but it's a super high quality real leather belt. Like, you see it, the whole process. And I was going on his page looking at it. He used to only get like 60 views per video, and then just one day, it just blew up because one person that has a lot of followers reposted it, and boom, 60,000 people watched it. Then they reposted it, boom, and it just domino effects. So honestly, and now he makes a ton of money. I think it's like, what? I want to say it was like $15 or $30 per like belt or something.
Oh,
something like that. It's not too crazy, because remember, he does all the work himself. He buys all the materials and he does it in something, the size of a 1-bedroom, 1 apartment, but it's the size of a barn. And he no longer has to go to a job now, because now he makes the money from TikTok. He has so many orders that he can pay his rent. He can pay, all the stuff he needs to live alone, to live on his own, versus spending 8 hours for 5 days, 2 weeks at a job that can't even pay you rent to begin with. So either work 8 hours making all these belts for all these orders, right? Maybe 3 days to make all those orders happen, right? And it's something you like to do, because clearly you wouldn't be doing it otherwise, and because you had no following before, and now that's a way out. And the best part about it, I don't think the government is able to tax you on it, because you're using a platform that isn't originating from the United States. So, I could be wrong there, but I think that's what that is. So I think now our generation just has more options. I'm not saying this one's an ethical one, but OnlyFans, it's not ethical, but a lot of women and some men have done it, and they're able to literally buy a house cash, buy their car in cash. Is it unethical? That's not for me to say. I mean, I don't like it, but again, it's able to get people financial freedom to do what they want to do or need to do.
It's the easy way to making money instead of doing the hard way, like the majority of people have to.
I wouldn't say that. It's not the most honorable way,
Well, I didn't
But
say that, but I'm just
yeah,
saying it's easy, like for people that want to make money like quick. That's the easy basically.
that's
Instead
the
of going
easy
the
way.
hard route with going to school, working your way up, like learning, like
Right,
skills
right.
and
And I'm not saying
failing.
I'm not saying either that OnlyFans is easy, because you can't just post like a nude pic and just expect thousands of dollars to roll in. But it does require some work. But as related to what we're talking about with the degrees and working your way up, that is significantly harder in my opinion compared to that. So I think our generation is just shifting. It's saying, hey, screw being in person and working 8 hours a day
Yep.
and running the risk of working with crappy people and a crappy manager to not even pay my bills and not be even guaranteed, maybe higher up, or yeah, in 3 years you'll be able to get a promotion to maybe manager position, and even that won't pay your bills sometimes. So it's like, why am I even joining this? That's the problem. That's the problem we're having, because we're going to be putting in so much time and effort and still not be able to pay our bills, still not be able to go on for time.
Can't.
I think the United States needs to implement, especially in the retail area, with restaurants, with any kind of shop, needs to implement now the European workforce model. Have you seen that?
Yeah, where they have chairs and all that
Well,
stuff for
no.
their employees.
They work, well, yeah, they have chairs. They work 4 days a week, and most places are closed between 2 and 5 p.m.
Really?
Yeah. Have you
Why
seen
is
that?
that? Is that because they eat or something?
Well,
Why is
no,
that?
no.
Or is it?
It's getting off of work. You also avoid rush hour traffic because now everyone's off, right? Between those three periods. So what rush hour traffic happens is when everyone is getting off of work and they're going to their destinations all at one time.
Yep.
So when all the stores are closed from 2 to 5, you're not going anywhere else but fucking home.
Yep.
So it really gets rid of a mom or a family getting mom and dad getting off at 5 p.m. to go to the grocery store and it taking them forever. No, now you guys are just going to go home and wait till 5 when everyone's already off, and then you can go. So it's like slowly leading the herd, and I feel like it builds more of a routine, which is healthy because our brains and human beings do better with routine. um and overall, now you have 3 hours to just calm down. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I feel like even after I'm done with work, I'm still in go mode. I gotta go home and it takes me an hour in this traffic that sucks.
Yep.
And then when I get home, I'm tired as hell because I just fought for an hour to get home. All these lights, all these damn people like switching lanes, almost getting into an accident, just all this shit.
Basically makes you not motivated to do anything but
Right.
just work retail.
But what's awesome is that it has been shown that productivity increases quite a bit when you switch to that 4-day work week. So, if anything, the companies would be making more money.
Yeah, I don't think
And
that will ever happen here.
well, no, it's actually being proposed.
It is, but I don't think
Some
that's gonna
companies
happen.
have already started. I forget which ones, but some of them
And
have
not
been.
Walmart and Target.
No, fuck, no,
They're not.
No, woke. But
Probably like clothing stores I could see do that or something, maybe like Foot Locker or some shit like that. But you could
no,
buy all that crap online.
I,
I mean, literally, we're in the online world.
I mean,
Amazon, bro.
I see big corporations maybe doing that because it kind of benefits them in a way. Yeah, that it benefits us. Where now the only place it doesn't is that they have to pay us the same amount. They're not going to like that. But hey, as a return, we're more productive. So they might be requesting more from us, but there's the issue though. You I think regardless of what kind of work week we have, we just need more money to pay our bills, or bills need to come down, or whatever the case may be.
Bills ain't coming down anytime soon until the election's done.
Dude, I feel like.
Too bad we can't talk about it or we'll get demonetized.
But you know what? A lot of people have been doing this. Someone, there's this TikTok girl that I follow, and she moved from the United States one-way ticket to Spain. Has been living there for 3 years. She makes significantly less in terms of dollar amounts because obviously the currency over there transferring over to the United States. She makes significantly less in terms of USD compared to the United States as in Spain, but everything in Spain is so on the cheap end that it doesn't even matter. Like, I think she said she makes like, I want to say like $1,900 a month or something USD for what she does, and she said she doesn't actually have a normal work week. She actually works less hours. She said 24 hours a week.
That's not bad at all.
Right.
Wow.
So, and she said that's actually a lot less. That's uncommon. Most people do like 30 to 35. That's more common. And so they get paid more for that, obviously. And she said she's still able to pay all of her amenities and have like $900 left over to do whatever she wants.
Nice.
I'm like, that's still crazy. And being everything being closed from 2 to 5 p.m., only working 3 days, only like, and still having so much time to do whatever you want, and you feel happier, you feel healthier because there's 10 things and foods that are like everything just kind of goes into it. But I think in order to solve the retail workforce problem, is in the United States, he's come up with a way different game plan, and when it comes to how we work, like, or how work is normalized, because I feel like it is a very big, United States mentality of you need to work 80 hours a week, no break, no nothing,
I don't know. Doubles.
to make it. And I'm just like, it shouldn't have to be like that.
Yeah.
Now, do I believe things need to be hard in order for things to be great? You know what I mean? Of course. But you're almost killing yourself trying to make this happen.
I don't know. People are hurting their backs and stuff, working out there doing like this, like at factories. Think about people that work in warehouses. They work like a lot of hours. UPS drivers too.
Right. And I'm not saying that everything is easier or things should be hard. What I'm saying is that if you're trying to build a business, obviously it's hard because that's one of the harder end things to do. It's not going to be easy, nor do I want it to be easy. But the jobs that, when we're talking about retail here, they're easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but if you're a manager or assistant manager, whatever, obviously they're not like the easiest thing in the world, but they're more manageable, but they still don't make you any money to the point where they can pay anything to kind of get your foot in the door. I mean, I think if you are a manager of a big bit of a retail store that is a name brand, just to throw some out there, Nike, Hollister, Aeropostale, any of the ones that are very well known or are established, you should be able to live on your own in a 1-1, have a economy car, right? Payment, not a sports car, just nice.
Not a Nissan 350 or 370Z.
No, just like a real nice economy car. You should be able to live in a 1-1 and still be able to pay all your bills and still have some money left over to go do what you need and maybe go on vacation, treat yourself, once or twice a week, whatever.
1960s, you could have done that.
Like, and still be able to progress your life. Now I feel like even if you are a manager, that's just not the case. It's not. Oh. But I do feel like it is slowly reaching that point. With that said, I think they are
slowly reaching what?
For example, getting paid more as a manager at these firms.
Oh,
so yeah. I think it's reaching that point. But my only issue with it is I think they are requesting a lot more to the point where you don't have time to even enjoy all the money you're making. Like, they want you to work they expect you to work more than 40 hours. Like more than 40, 45, sometimes even 50. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Oh, yeah, too. Like some of like the tech jobs and stuff that I see, like they want like all like they have like a list maybe of over like a dozen and a half like requirements, and the pay is not really there for all that because it takes a lot of learning and skill to gain some of that stuff. And even the education part's like what, 50 grand for a bachelor's or whatever. I don't know. Depends on the school you go to, but that and they're offering like 40, 50 grand, and they're like, yeah, you need like a bachelor's or master's and blah 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 blah. It's like that took me like either years or hours of my life to study and master that, and it's like I should be paid more for my skill. I think so.
Yeah, no,
people are not paid enough for their skill. That's what I feel like right now. It's like they want all this. They want like you to be a workhorse and do all this, but they're not wanting to pay you for what you did. That's why companies have like trouble finding good people. They're losing people, or they even get like hacked or anything because they take the short way out. They hire people that are not professionals, that suck at their job, or that are like fake. And it's just like, what the heck? There's actually real people that want to do the job, but you need to pay them for what they're worth. Like, some of these people have families. They got mortgages and everything. But, that's just how the economy is right now, and hopefully it starts to change and a lot more people, maybe they'll start waking up a little bit more and maybe doing a little bit more too. So you can bypass it all. It just takes work, but majority of the people won't do it though, because it's just how the world is. Like, you're not going to get everybody's not gonna be me being strict, like saying going to the gym, doing this, and
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I think
different.
that takes some sort of disciplinary action, and it takes like a driving force, because a lot of people are like, oh, I just need to be motivated. No, you just need to be disciplined on when you like it. Some days I don't feel motivated to do that shit, but I
Yeah.
still gotta do it. Like
Mm.
my schoolwork, I don't feel motivated to do it, and I don't fucking want to do it because
No.
I'm not gonna use it in literally a month and a half from now.
Yep.
But I still have to do it. So I'm just disciplined enough to say, hey, you know what? Let's get it done. Let's focus in. Let's lock the fuck in, and let's get it done. You know,
Exactly.
I think that's what we need to start. Not this like workhorse, get everything done early and do a bazillion things. No, like just
Yep.
I love the term getting locked in. Have you heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, bro, just lock in. You know what I mean? I love that saying.
I've heard it all the time.
but yeah, so but I guess that kind of trickles down to our next one where like I guess the market in terms of workforce, Walmart.
I really wanted to talk about this, but I never heard anything about it.
Yeah, so I actually pulled up an article. I'm reading a little bit as we go here. Um, I'm not sure if it's a trend or if it's real yet or what, but I've seen quite a few videos of people explaining that Walmart, when they implemented self checkout, you good?
Yeah, my headphone
Cool.
going in and out.
When Walmart implemented self checkout, they thought they were going to save money on payroll. It backfired. They actually ended up losing like 3 or 4 times the amount.
Surprised not more than that.
Yeah,
People should walk the heck out of going through it.
Yeah, so they essentially what they thought they I mean shit. I mean it's Walmart, so I mean their clientele isn't the most trustworthy. So
yeah.
They ended up losing a lot of money. And so what the videos described was they're going to basically have a subscription to use the self checkout. Now, for a while, for a couple days here, that's what I believed. But I come across this article from USA Today saying it's partly false. So let's see, and may choose to limit self checkout lanes temporarily based on consumer flow, meaning there are times. Wait. Oh, okay. So, source stated limiting this late and reserving a portion of them for Walmart Plus members and. Okay, so what this article is stating is that there isn't going to be a subscription. It's more of if you're a Walmart member. So I'm not sure if the paying for. So do you have to pay for membership at Well, I didn't even know Walmart had one. Wait, hold on.
Sam's Club does. Our members mark. They're two. I think they're the same thing.
Let's see.
So you're basically saying that Walmart and Target are basically going to have like what Costco and BJ's and Sam's Club and Members Mark have, where you walk in, you got to show them a card.
So here. So that article was partially false. So here, I'm going to share the screen here and show you what I see here. So
well, you are sharing it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't before. Now I am. But
somebody's sleepy.
What are you talking about,
dude? You like you're half asleep right now.
What's wrong with you? Now, so to be a Walmart Plus a member, what's wrong with you? To be a Walmart and a member, it costs $98 a year. What is wrong with you, dog? It costs $98 a year, so about $13 a month. Now, what the USA Today is essentially saying is Walmarts are going to limit when they are using the self checkout. So normally self checkout's available open to close when Walmart opens and when it closes. So what the article basically breaks down is saying that they're only going to limit the self checkout lanes during certain portions of the day, and they will only be open when they are like close to everyone, to Walmart Plus members during that time. So let's give an example here.
Oh, I got what you mean.
So yes. I'll give you an example.
I got you.
So let's say Walmart's open from 10 to 8, right? So they're gonna have it closed down, let's say 12 to 2. They'll have the self checkout closed. It's only open to those who are a Walmart Plus member.
Oh, so it's a gimmick for them to make more money.
A little bit. So
it's a lot.
So well, I'm not sure. It doesn't clarify how long the closing periods are, or how frequent. I'm going to assume that they're going to have them closed during the busiest times of the day, is what I'm assuming, because that makes more sense from a money standpoint. Yep. Where you want people to pay for the subscription to use during the busiest
Weekends,
time.
bro. Weekends.
Well, no, it's more on times. Like,
yeah, but Saturday though. Yeah, thanks. Saturday and Sunday.
I feel like people are shopping at Walmart around 6 p.m. So I'm for sure
on a Saturday.
Yeah.
No, I think more than
workday.
Workday,
yeah. Which Monday through Friday.
Right.
I think they're gonna have them close down from 4 p.m. till like 7 or 8, maybe 4 hours there. It'll like the last part of the day when everyone's like out shopping after work. I think that's when they'd have it closed down. And then the only people that can use them between 4 and 8, in my example, is the Walmart Plus members who pay $98 a year. So then, like, I just, I don't know. So it just, I don't know. So I'm basically a Walmart Plus member so that I can use the self checkout.
Do you have one?
No. Why would I have one?
I thought you had one.
No. I got like a Costco membership. What are you playing? Like, I feel like,
That's what I say to that Walmart. $98 for Walmart Plus.
Yeah, $98 is actually crazy in order to use the self checkout for Walmart.
Must be Walmart was a dead end fan of Walmart to be like, yeah, I need to get my shopping.
Because look at it this way,
I save a lot of time though.
I've been in a Sam's Club, and now every Sam's Club is a little different. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe a Sam's Club in a different region has self checkout or what, but I've been in a Costco here in Florida. I've been in the Sam's Club, and I've been in a BJ's. I have never seen a self checkout at those places because they pay.
Costco doesn't have one. I thought they did.
I haven't seen it. They might. I haven't seen it. I've only going off of what I've seen. They pay a subscription of what? Is it $15 a month or $20 a month?
Yeah, I think a year membership's around $120 or something like that.
So
it's not too bad.
So think of it like this: if I'm paying, right, I'm paying to have a subscription, and in return, there's no self checkout. I have to have someone scan everything for me. Like, that's what I pay for, right? And then we have Walmart over here, where we have people checking you out. That's cool. And then to use the self checkout, so basically you do the work in checking shit out. Hey, to use that, you're gonna have to pay us. Excuse me? What? Like that? Like, from a shopper's point of view, if I got all this shit in my cart at Costco, right, and I'm pulling up. All right, I'm getting in line. They're going to scan all my stuff. I just got to put on their conveyor belt, and they scan it, and then I just pay, and then they put everything in the cart, and I'm fine. At Walmart, hey, look, there's only 2 or 3 lanes open like there usually is, and I want to use
Target too. Target's worse for that over here. By us, you know which one we're talking about.
Target was talking. Oh, whoopsie. What did I hit?
I don't know.
Oh, there. I got it. I think. Yep.
How'd you hit it?
I don't know. I hit a weird button, but
you drunk?
Maybe. But no. Target was talking about doing it too.
Plus 10.
What?
It's not
21.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You remember? Old school. I almost said 19 too. I was like, wait, 9 plus 10. 21. Yeah.
That was from Vine back in the day.
I know. It took me a second, but no, they're thinking about doing it. Target's thinking about doing it too. But again, I don't know. If again, from the shopper's point of view, I got all my stuff. And I'm pulling up the Target. There's only 2 or 3 lines open like there usually is. There's like, during the busiest damn times. And I'm like, I want to use the self-checkout because I only get at Walmart for like 5 or 6 items most of the time for like the dinner I'm making that day. I'm not going to wait in line with Joey here who's got 105 items for his 10 fucking people at home.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to scan my shit and go. And so, everything doesn't get lukewarm when they're supposed to be cold.
Man,
they're like, oh, sorry, you got to be a member to use the self-checkout. $12. Yeah, and what? Like, I don't know, bro. Especially in, like, the ghetto neighborhoods.
They took a lot of Walmarts out of, like, the bad areas during, like, the whole BLM and COVID. Remember the COVID area? Like, took a lot of them out.
I know last year they got rid of 3 in Chicago because literally it was just robbed and ransacked the whole thing. But let's be honest.
That's why they're not 24 hours too no more.
But
they close at 12.
Listen, there are some bad areas in the places that we live.
But they're not open 24 hours no more.
Yeah. COVID got rid of that. But if let's just say like they're like these Walmarts that are in our area are in bad neighborhoods, and you think they're going to pay for a subscription, or you think they actually have enough members to justify the self checkout? No. I don't think so. Like, listen, I believe in good people, but man, some of these neighborhoods, I'm like, they ain't paying no fucking subscription to pay to use the
Nah,
self
they're not
checkout.
doing that.
Self checkouts are just gonna sit there. They're just gonna sit there taking up space.
Bro, they have
Your
discount
investment
grocery stores
will
though.
not pay off.
Like you go to
Your
Aldi's.
ROI will be in the negatives.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Anywho, I guess we'll end it on this last topic here. You just shit.
no, that was a chair.
Stay black.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyway, the last topic that we'll talk about today is Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Oh, you should pull up an article on it. I think
Let's
this is
pull
a
it up.
Netflix.
Let's do it.
It's free for it's funny thing is it's really free because Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's
Is
like
it?
the first. It's like the first pay-per-view or whatever type of tournament they call it. It's live on Netflix. And Netflix you get free trial, so it's basically free if you want to watch it. But it's supposed to be like a $400 to $500 million fight or something like that. I don't know. I think it's really stupid, but
It's July 20th, so it's quite a bit away.
I think it's just stupid though. But hey, to each their own. I mean, the guy, it's like a 31-year-old difference. Mike Tyson's literally almost 60 years old, and he's using a cane to walk around, and he's going to go against Jake Paul. That's what is 20, like 5 or something like that. He's a lot younger.
Okay,
And this guy's old.
All right, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna show y'all a picture here. Look, we have Jake Paul. I don't like the kid.
What about the
left,
stat picture?
whatever. The what?
The stats right there.
Oh,
Their
just
stats.
the stats?
Yeah.
Okay, so 57.
Yeah, that's what I'm
God,
saying.
30-year age. Fights 58, fights 10 wins. 50 wins. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, dog. Lost 6. No Okay. No, wait, no contest.
Mike Tyson's 44 knockouts.
44 knockouts, bro.
Yeah, but Mike
Holy
Tyson's
shit.
really old, bro.
So Jake Paul is 6'1". So Mike Tyson's 5'10". Let's see.
Mike Tyson's not in his prime no more.
I think. Wait, no. Mike Tyson weighs more than Jake Paul. Look, he weighs more.
How much does he weigh? Where's the weight? I can't see it.
I think it says like 15 ST and then 7 pounds or something like that. Yeah, I know. Like, what the hell? That's Jake Paul there for you. But let's see. I don't know, but whatever it is, Mike Tyson weighs more.
I think they're in the same class. They're heavyweight class, I think.
Yeah, they're in the, oh yeah, especially Mike Tyson. He can't be in any other
Jake
class.
Paul got really big. I wonder if he's natty or not. That's my question. He was really skinny. Have you ever saw pictures of him in his early 20s before he got really big? Like
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
I think this thing is stupid. It's just for money.
I think
it's like all the other. It's like the Logan Paul one with Mayweather. That was just all for money. Even they all came out and said it too. Like.
And I watching some of the Joe Rogan podcasts about Mike Tyson too. Like he has the OG videos of Mike Tyson. Oh, did you see here I'll talk about that in a second. But there was one part where he was showing a video. Joe Rogan on his podcast was showing a video of Mike Tyson of him when he got out of jail. Did you ever see that? Dude, he was a jacked monster after he got out of jail, man.
How long ago?
Remember, it was like a while back when in his prime, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so when he came out of jail, the first guy he was fighting, he shows him Mike Tyson's just sitting there, just staring there, just not moving, just locked in, dog. He's locked in, and the other guy's just sitting there like going like this, like trying to look at him, but like not really. You know, you can touch gloves, do whatever, and he's like dancing around the like thing, just trying to. He was trying to stay calm because he was nervous as fuck.
Maybe
Mike was sitting there just like
curious. Can you show a clip? I want to see. I want to actually see it.
So
Why not?
Here, yeah. So here. So Mike. Oh, whoops. First fight.
Out of prison or something.
After getting out of jail. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, he got his ass knocked out.
1995. Here.
Mike Tyson. Maybe the second middle. No.
Yeah, there.
Pick it.
There it is. So here, if we can load up real quick. Come on. Where's the Wi-Fi when you need it? Yeah, see, look right there.
Shit.
You see that?
That look.
God, I hate the audio on this, but let's just look at him. Look at this man. My God.
Damn, he looks huge. Was he natural?
Yeah, I mean, he was in jail. Yeah, he couldn't use anything. So
Wow.
that's 100% real Mike Tyson for you. That is no steroids, no nothing.
Did he get knocked out?
Right out of jail. Dude, no, but watch this. Look at that. Look at that stare down, bro. He's locked in. And look at Paul just dancing around. Look, he keeps going left to right, left to right. Right? Yeah, 10 seconds. 10 seconds is what it took to bring him down. 10 seconds.
Did he knock him out? I want to see it.
Ass is on the floor. Not a knockout. Not a knockout. Boom. Number 2.
Oh, he's pissed.
Again, this is the first round. He's been on his ass twice now.
Wow. That's it?
Yeah. 1 round, 89 seconds is all it took to put him down twice. Because he landed 2 shots that were so deadly. The manager was like, "Yeah, dog, I'm gonna need you to step out of the ring. You're gonna die." So, and just to give an idea here,
that's funny though. So the guy was like all dancing.
So now that we have the history of Mike Tyson here, let's hold on.
You should look up a Jake Paul fight.
Well, no. Let's look at this for me. So, Mike, have you seen the Mike Tyson with the tiger? Okay. Have you seen the photo?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Bro.
It's all right. Here we go. No, I need to be.
Is this what you do on your free time? Just you look at whitey tighties?
What's wrong with you? So here you have Mike Tyson here.
Almost looks like John.
Because our screen's on the right. So here, for anyone looking, it's right here. But look, it's Mike Tyson holding a chain. That's a real tiger. I believe that's his pet tiger. That's a real tiger. Okay. That's not fake. He really is holding the tiger right there. No clothes on, no nothing really. That's the real deal. Like, that really is his tiger. Like, that's crazy, right? There's him playing with him. No issues there, right? It's such a badass photo. Like, yep, that's my bitch. That's my tiger right there, right?
I didn't know that.
Look what Jake Paul posted as like mocking. He posted it up. Maybe he might have taken it up. Yeah, here.
Oh shit, he copied it?
It's a photoshopped fucking tiger. That's not a real tiger.
Damn, so he's really trying to get under his skin.
Look, that's a real tiger. That is photoshopped.
It's not real?
Yeah, you want to know why it's photoshopped? Look at the chain.
Yeah,
see how it drops right there? Sorry. I'm just that. Well, not even that. My bad. Not even that. Look how not furry that this animal is. Like, I'm sorry. That is not real. I'm sorry. That just, it looks like it's from a video game. Look at and look, these are 2 different camera qualities. You see how this is nice and real? You can see the whiskers right here and everything. The camera from the 90s. Then, from 2020s, I can't even like see the facial picture of this guy. Yeah, no, sorry. That's fake. So we have the history of Mike Tyson. We got Jake trying to mock him and mimic him, whatever. But if I think, I mean, Tyson does have 4 months to train and get back into his, go mode.
Yeah, but Tyson's way too old. He's not gonna do it. He was walking with a cone. He was walking with a cane. That's the thing. Like, they see him walking with a cane. He's out of his prime. He's old.
Do I?
It's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot of
I want Mike Tyson to win. I really do. Do I? I'm scared that he's not going to because of his age.
I don't know.
Because remember, Jake Paul is what, 6'1". He has the weight. Does he know how to fight better than you and I? Yeah, obviously. But he needs to fight real fighters. I'm tired of like fighting people that are old
or something like that.
Fight Brian Garcia, dog.
He won't. He'll get his ass rocked.
You won't, bro. And every time someone brings it up, he's like, "Well, how about you and me fight right now?" And it's like, that's not what I'm asking. Like, I want to see you fight a real fighter, not someone who's old, not an influencer, not a. I want to see you from a roster of fucking boxers who are the same age, same weight class, and they're in their prime just like you are. Fight for real.
Yep.
Then we'll start taking you seriously. Not this. I'm still gonna not take you seriously because you're fighting Mike Tyson. I understand he's a legend, not taking that away from him whatsoever, but he's 57 years old. When's the last fight Mike Tyson had? Actually, let's look that up.
I think he fought recently, actually. Like a year ago. I think he fought recently.
Tyson's last pro came about nearly 2 decades ago, lost to Kevin McBride in 2005.
Yikes.
And has stepped into the ring since then.
Oh, that was an old school match.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah. It was an old school match in 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last time we saw it was 2020. But a legit, like, real dog, like, fighting was 2005.
I don't think this is a pro match. I think it's Expedition. It's on Netflix. So I don't think
but a pro match was in 2005. That was the last time we saw Mike Tyson, like, really, like. Yeah, no, that is so ridiculous. I don't know, man. That's what we're looking.
That's the attention they want. They got it. I
don't want to see that, bro. Like I admire Tyson because of how brutal and crazy he was back then. He bit a man's ear off.
Mm-hmm.
No, like that's insane. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. I understand, but I don't know. Just right? Didn't he bite a man's ear off?
Yeah,
I think so.
True.
So. Actually, hold on. Let me share the screen one more time to show you guys what we're looking at.
Bro, you are sharing the screen.
No, I just did. Look at this. Guy on the right's a real fighter. Guy on the left. What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's like a Ric Flair robe.
He looks like Machine Gun Kelly.
Or Ric Flair.
He looks like the Machine Gun Kelly, bro.
Or Ric Flair.
Or Ric Flair.
Have you ever seen Ric Flair?
Yeah.
This old school Nature Boy.
Oh God, man.
Woo.
He looks like Prince getting ready for a goddamn concert.
The white version.
Oh God, dude, not even that. Just
I don't know.
I don't want Jake to win, but I think he is because Tyson's
I think it's gonna be. I don't think nobody's gonna win. I think it's gonna be a draw.
But
I think it's gonna be a draw.
If Tyson really comes back and he's really like
he is coming back,
how he looks. Now, obviously he can't look the same as he did, in 1995. But if he's close to it, I'd be rooting for him. Hell yeah. To see him like put this man down enough, embarrass him, say hey,
off with his head,
off with his head. That's what I want. I'm sorry, but like in terms of fighting, that's just what I want. That's what the people want.
Yeah, John Forbes is gonna watch that fight. He told me, but that's his thing. Let him do his thing.
Hey man, I won't pay to watch it.
I'm not paying to watch it.
Will I go to somewhere else to go eat to maybe watch it? Maybe, but. I'm not going to pay to watch it now.
Someone will probably be live streaming on TikTok or something like that or YouTube. They usually do.
Somebody will. So, well, that's all the topics really we got for today. It's only an hour or so long, which is kind of what we wanted it to be.
Yeah, we don't want to draw it out. But it was good, though. I mean, we did start a little late. We got all the technical stuff all fixed. We got new Stream Deck.
We finally got the Stream Deck. So everything, I don't really need the laptop anymore unless I want to look up things. I can switch it to, the main screen like this.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah, so we're going to try to bring some new guests on. We're going to try to inspire you with more people. We're going to have like an IT guru on here that's been like 12 years in the business.
Yeah, so maybe he can actually give some insight to the tech field in terms of, the market for jobs and, the workforce.
Just anything too.
Yeah, that too. So
so we could bring more guests on. Maybe you can find some people too. I'm sure we could get it.
We want to try to get some of the people that you guys know, you guys are familiar with, to try to keep it on going. You guys seem to really enjoy our first episode quite a bit. So we'll for sure try to get people from the past that you're again familiar with to try to make it more entertaining for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try to come out harder, and we're gonna try to do a podcast every week if we can.
Yeah, at least every week. It might be kind of late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe just because our schedules are not lined up correctly, but
we want to do this still. We want to keep going. We want to put out more content. We don't want to do the 2-3 month break again.
We'll try not.
We got all the new equipment.
Shouldn't really be happening, but
yeah, we literally got all new equipment again. We got the camera set up. We got a new docking station for the cameras so everything can run smoother. We got the new Stream Deck. So we can auto swap the cameras. We're not going to have the laptop here. We'll have everything pre-programmed already on there because we can pre-program all the pages and stuff. It's just a click of a button.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a lot cleaner look.
So just to sum everything up, we got some new shit so that we don't have to really take
easy
this
way.
long. Yeah, so we got some new shit. So we don't have to take these month-long breaks constantly.
Yeah. So, John Forbes has been wanting a podcast.
I know.
Telling me for the longest.
Forbes
he's got
has been waiting since June of last year for a real podcast, and he's gonna get it. God damn it, okay?
Yeah, he's been a long time supporter. He's been a really good friend to me for a long time. So I appreciate Mr. Forbes watching, and
he's the definition of loyalty, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he ain't texting in the chat. He's just shy, but it's okay.
It's okay. He's watching. I can see him. He's in there.
He's probably half asleep right now. And he's tired as fuck.
But no, he's watching though. It says he is. So we appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Hopefully within, what is it? Is it March?
Yeah.
Either this month or next month. We'll have for sure at the beginning of April, if anything.
We're gonna have a guest on. We're not gonna do us two. We're gonna have definitely somebody on. We're gonna try. We're gonna really try to get somebody on. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, or whoever comes out and watches this, later after the streaming's done. We appreciate it all. We'll catch you all in the next episode 5.
And if anything, guys, leave any comments that you want to hear topics about discussed, research back and forth, or even with this guest. Every single episode we do come up with topics and everything. If you guys have anything that you want us to talk about whatsoever, feel free to comment them in the video. Do not comment them in the live chat because we're not going to be able to see that after we post the video. So post any topics you want in the video when you're watching it, and we'll be sure to write them down and start talking about it for you guys, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Everyone, have a good night.